G'day YouTube. Panasonic New Zealand kindly loaned me the new Panasonic GH5 with the even newer Panasonic Leica 8-18 lens to give it a whirl for a week, or more specifically I wanted to test it for shooting real estate interior style videos. Here's my thoughts. Hi, I'm Grant and I did a video not too long ago on this channel about shooting video with the new Panasonic GH5 and I really enjoyed it. I shoot a lot of real estate style of video, so I was keen to give the Panasonic GH5 another go because I didn't have the wide lens for it. So now I have it with the new Panasonic Leica 8-18 lens. I thought I'd put it up against my trusty Canon 80D with its 11-16 Tachina lens to see how it fared. What I specifically wanted to test with this camera and lens combo was of course the picture quality, also the wide angle distortion, if any, out of this lens, and of course the handling of this lens. A quick caveat though about this video, the supplied GH5 didn't have the Panasonic Vlog picture profile loaded onto it. You've got to actually buy that as a separate license, and unfortunately I didn't have it for this test. I would have loved to have seen how the Vlog picture profile stood up against the Sony A7S and its S-Log picture profile, which I did in the last video. This new Panasonic Leica lens has a 35mm equivalent zoom range of 16 to 36mm. The sweet spot I have found for shooting real estate style, or specifically real estate interior video, is around the 18 to 20mm range, so this sits in there quite nicely. This lens is also not a constant aperture lens, and it is an f2.8 to f4 style of lens. I really prefer constant aperture lenses when shooting video so that your exposure doesn't change when you re-zoom or change your picture style with the lens. However, that is not a deal breaker for me because I would very rarely resize the shot whilst recording. Just as an aside, when looking at lenses, I always find it's good to look at stills photographers' reviews of lenses, as they are much better pixel peepers than I am, and this lens has so far been getting pretty good reviews. I find it's a very subjective process testing gear, so the best way that I have found is to put it up against gear that you know and trust and use a lot. So to test the new GH5 and the Panasonic Leica lens, I put it up against my Tachina 11-16 lens, and I ran them predominantly both in 1080p so that I was comparing apples with apples. Picture quality. Here are some side-by-side shots of the GH5 and Leica lens and the Canon 80D with its Tachina lens. It's quite difficult to see fine differences here on YouTube, but the GH5 and Leica lens looked good, as I expected it to. There wasn't a whole lot of difference I could see between the two. I also did some 4K shots in 422 10-bit codec and down-resed it to my 1080 timeline. They look good, but not significantly better, possibly due to me resizing them or down-resing them. Also of note, there was a noticeable jump in file sizes when shooting in 10-bit 422 on the Panasonic, as to be expected. However, if you are heavily into color grading, you'll definitely be liking having the ability to shoot 10-bit 422 video. Wide angle distortion. It was really hard to pick the difference between the Panasonic and Tachina lenses here in the tests I did. The distortion is most apparent on wide lenses when you're not shooting horizontal to the ground, when you tilt the camera up or down and you start seeing the bendy vertical lines. Both lenses look surprisingly similar to me, but you can judge for yourself in these shots. Overall, I thought the quality of the Panasonic Leica lens looked great. Handling. The Panasonic lens feels nice and is well built. However, I'm not a fan of these infinity style focus rings and prefer a fixed start and end to the focus ring like on my trusty Tachina lens. Also, having a usable zoom range equivalent of 16 to 36mm is actually really quite useful, as opposed to my Tachina, which can only zoom into about a 25mm zoomed in equivalent. Also, it was such a beautiful autumn day here when I was shooting these interior shots, I thought I'd better get outside and give the lens some more testing, just shooting some general video scenics. And here are these shots now.
Close.
price for this Panasonic Leica 8-18 lens is $1,097.99 US, as opposed to the Takina here, which I've got with the Canon mount, is currently retailing for US $497 US. So to conclude, this setup is a more than capable package for shooting real estate style of video. If you are after 4K quality video recording, high frame rates, a log format, even though I didn't get to test it, then this is definitely a package that you may want to consider. Every time I get to use the Panasonic GH5, I enjoy it more and more. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.